Hi, I'm Gay Courter. I'm a writer, novels and nonfiction alike. I'm also a travel writer and, in my spare time, a documentary filmmaker. My latest book is called Quarantine, and it's about how we survived the cruise of a lifetime on the Diamond Princess, which was the very first outbreak outside of China of coronavirus, when people knew so very little about it. In fact, we were the first ship in 100 years or so to be quarantined. We were locked in our cabins. Food was delivered to us routinely. It wasn't exactly the cuisine we'd had during the cruise portion, but it was fine. And the company did everything they could to try and make us comfortable in what was basically a jail situation under the aegis of the Japanese government. We knew we were not safe because from our balcony we could see people being taken away in ambulances and military vehicles. And the captain would tell us, 10 were sick this day, 40 the next, 100 the next, till there were 700 cases on this ship, and eventually 15 of them died. So it was a very tragic and frightening situation. And we felt frightened. We did not know how other people were getting sick. We were terrified that my husband and I could be separated if one was sick and taken to a hospital in a foreign country. But this isn't really about all the problems we had. We wanted off that ship, and we wanted to figure out how we could get the American government to come for us and other governments to come for the rest of the people and crew on the ship. So what we did is we mounted a very purposeful, very directed media campaign worldwide. Our children aided us enormously with their skills and abilities, and we even had professional public relations people coordinating a complicated schedule of appearances on everything from Pravda, Chinese television, European television, and all over the United States. And I'm pleased to say that we did not get sick, and the campaign worked, and we all got off the ship. I wasn't always telling about the amazing things we were doing, because in the book I have to tell the truth about how frightened we were, and even the enormous tantrum I had when I was locked in an apartment on a military base that was covered in mold and damp, and the floors were wet. So the book is really not just about coronavirus, it's really about a survival story and what you yourself can do in difficult situations to find another way to solve a problem. My other novels that have been on the New York Times list include The Midwife, The Midwife's Advice, Code Ezra, Flowers in the Blood, and some others. I'm also a court guardian ad litem, and I wrote I Speak for This Child about that. You could read more about me and order my books, not only on Amazon, but through gaycourter.com, and on Facebook, I'm Gay Courter Novelist. This book is especially good for book clubs, and if you travel, if you go on cruises, if you travel internationally, you might want to discuss with your family and friends what you would do in a similar circumstance, and it may change the way you travel and the choices you make, because it's just not the same world after this pandemic. Thanks for this opportunity, and enjoy Quarantine and my other books as well.